everyone, this is Rose from Busy Beading. I know it's been a while since my last video and I apologize for that. I've been going through a difficult time, but I'm going to try to do a video for you today. I know in the past everybody's used a lot of the bargain bead box or the beads, and I don't have a subscription to that anymore, but I do have still some of the beads, and I'm loving a lot of different things. I also have my own bead supply, so if you're interested, I'll leave the link in the comments to my website. So I just wanted to say happy spring, everybody. You know, there's a lot of pinks and light purples and different colors for spring. And I'm so excited that we're finally here, but I'm tired of all the rain that we've had here in California and everywhere else in the world and all the storms. I hope that all your families are okay, and I hope everybody's getting through these storms. My prayers are for you, for all of you, and I hope that your families again are okay. And I'm hoping to do something really cheerful today because, you know, I'm just need something uplifting. And so let's get started. I'm going to start with kind of some purple spring designs, purple and pink, I should say. So these are from the dollar bead store, I believe, or from Bargain Bead Box. This type of mixed tiny beads were in one of the bead boxes, and so I bought a few extras, and I just love the way that these sparkle and shine. I also do love like the lavender and the amethyst colors, which I have above here, that I've been wanting to make something with. So I'm also hoping that I can finally get to that and make something with that as well. So I think I've kind of cleaned off my plate a little bit here just so that I have a little bit cleaner area and not too, I mean, I've always got too much stuff on my, you know, who doesn't have too many beads, right? So I think I'm going to start with my amethysts, since I do have these here. These are really super tiny, but I want them to show off because they are a really pretty cut. They're that fancy cut amethysts. And so I really want those to stand out, even though they're super tiny. So I think being able to get them to stand out, if I do a few in a row, and then have something, another amethyst color between, something that's not so bright and shiny and glittery, or a pearl. Like I do have some pearls here. Anything that's a light color will show off those really pretty purple colors. So what I'm going to do is, sorry, I just adjusted my chair. I'm going to get some wire, and you could use wire, you can use string, you know, whatever you're more comfortable with. Totally up to you. I like using a super fine wire. I just moved my workbench into a different room, and I'm still trying to get adjusted with the seating and everything. So I'm sorry. So in my right top drawer here, I always keep like my wires and whatnot, and so I'm just gonna grab some wire really quick. There was a gem show in San Mateo over the weekend, and I bought some beads, so I'll probably show you some of that. I should have probably bought some more soft flex, but I'll probably just order some directly from them. Um, you know, for this particular project, like I said, oh, here I do have some of the really super thin one. The 0.014 diameter is very thin, and so it's a little bit more flexible, which is what I really like. So I have one here too. Let's see how much is left on this one here. So it looks like I will have enough for a necklace. Really want to do a necklace. So I'm going to start by, I've got a whole bunch of these purples. So I'm going to start off by getting a few of these purples onto the wire, and just to see what it looks on this nice silver wire. I want to make sure that the silver is not taking away from the color. You can see that there. It is making the center a little bit lighter, which is okay. Yeah, which is okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add a few more. And I think I want something that's not going to stand out too much. I think this pearl is a little too big. But I want just something to kind of spice it up a little bit. So there's my 5. And I do have these really cute white check glass beads. And these kind of a elongated check glass bead, which is kind of nice as well. I think the white will make it stand out a little bit more. I know this is bigger than the pearl, but it's kind of flat too. So as you could see, so that's really cute. That would make a really nice bracelet as well. I'm just trying to think if I want to put maybe only a few in between. And these check glass beads, I believe I have a bunch for sale. I'm gonna have to check out my website and see if I have them on there. If not, I'm gonna have to try to track them down for you. So here I am. I'm gonna put 2. I'm gonna put this check glass bead. I'm gonna put a few more. It's hard for me to get a grip of this little tiny thing. And see how that looks, because I think that's really pretty. I'm going to grab a couple more. I might have to go into my stash to look for a few more. I'm only picking a few that are off to the side here. I really like that. I don't know, it looks kind of bohemian style. Let me know what your thoughts are on the style this might be, because I just kind of like wing it every time I make jewelry. And just pick the things that I think are, you know, look nice. But I think this is pretty. I like the size of it too. I like these purple beads because they're so pretty, but I also want a necklace that you can see, not that super tiny around my neck. If I'm wearing an elegant dress, then yes, something small would be okay. But I want something that could be both, you know, casual and outgoing as well. And this is super pretty. I really like that with the purple. See how the purple is really kind of, I hope you could see this as well as I can. It's really kind of standing out. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep going with this. My problem is I always find a bead and then I have only a small amount of them. So I see one more here. And then I think I'm going to have to go digging in my stash. Just my luck. I'm going to keep going with this last one though first. And then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to finish. I did leave it on the wire on the reel here because it holds it where it's at, and I don't have to worry about it falling off the end right now. So I'm really liking that. It's so super pretty. I think that goes well together. The purple stands out because of the white, and it makes it shiny. But you also see those pretty check glass beads. If you wanted to change something in between, like these here, and put you know, like a crystal bead, a bicone bead, that would look really nice as well. Those are some different options. If you don't have these small purple beads, and really could be any color, this white is great to show off any color that you have. So if, you know, you have a bicone class in red or blue or whatnot, this white is really going to make these in-between beads pop really well. And, you know, you could even add a little bit of flair in between. I have a bunch of these cute flower beads that I got from I think it was from the Bargain Bead Box, that I really like as well. So you could even, if you wanted to make it longer, if you wanted to have a couple of these beads in between, what you could do is just pop those in between a few of those, and get kind of a totally different look to it. So as you can see what I'm doing here, you can kind of see, and maybe put one in between every other one. I might end up doing that, but since this is the part that goes around the neck, I probably will just leave that off, and then start doing that pattern going forward, where I have another white bead, two beads, a white bead, and then this flower bead afterwards. So I'll be back. I'm going to go look for some more of these check glass beads, and I'll be back in a few. Hi everyone, I'm back. I did find some more of these check glass beads, and I have 5 of these strands left. It looks like I was selling them for $6, but I have, like I said, only 5 strands left. These are check glass beads, and I'm going to, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 come on a strand. Oh, wait, there's another one. 11. Let me count these again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, it looks like, come on a strand. So there's 11 on the strand. You could probably use, you know, 1 strand and then just use chain at the end if you don't want to buy 2 strands. But I am selling them for $6 on my website, and they're probably, I hope they're up there. If not, I'll put them up later today. But as you could see, you know, you could do a variety of different really cute designs. And I think these look really cute with earrings. I've made some earrings where you just have 2 and you have some really cute beads in between. That's how I like to use them. I also have some pink colored ones, which I did this really kind of fun square design. I just did a wire around and bent it. These are kind of big and bulky, but they're cute. I think they're really super cute the way they look. I have to fix this one. It's kind of off for some reason. There we go. But yeah, you could, I'm just trying different things. And so I'm just going to continue with this design. Let me move it up a little bit. think this is really super cute. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna string on. Keeps wanting to shift on me for some reason. That looks really cute. Okay, and so I was just putting 2 beads, 2 of these purple faceted amethyst beads. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for being a part of my YouTube channel. And I hope you're getting some good ideas and designs and keeping the flow going. It's been really hard for me to kind of get back on after my husband passed, so I'm glad to be back, and I'm hoping to do more. It really just depends, you know. These moods are kind of weird. It's not easy, that's for sure. So now I'm going to put on 2 more, and then I'm going to put on the round flower bead, which I also have for sale, which I'll post those as well on my website. And if you really like this design, please, please, please stop by my website. It's Jewelry Designs by Rose, and I have a section for beads. I know that I changed my name on my YouTube channel to Busy Beading, but because I think that kind of just goes with this better. And maybe one day I'll have a separate website, but it costs money for those websites, which I obviously don't have right now. It's making it hard with this one less income for me. So nevertheless, I'm going to keep going. So here we go. And I really like this pattern, having these really cute beads here. Really makes it super stunning. It just adds a little bit oomph to it, I think. So I'm so glad I'm able to use these purple beads, because I keep looking at them every day going, I have to put something together with them. So I'm putting something together today because I love them so much. And unfortunately, I will have to sell this necklace. So when I'm done here, I'm going to put it on my website as well for sale. And if you're interested in buying it, instead of making it yourself, please feel free to buy it. Okay, this one has a large hole. See how large that hole is? So if you have other material that you want to make with these beads, like some ribbon, purple ribbon would be super cute with these as well. I also have some brown faux leather that I like, and black faux leather. So those would also look really cute with that as well. They have a kind of a larger hole, but these beads, you know, they don't go through it. They're not big enough to go through. So I'm just going to keep adding. Super cute. I love the design. It looks so pretty. And I pulled out a strand of these beads, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is one strand, 10. So that's how they come. That's how they come for sale on my website. You will have enough for this project for sure. And probably enough to do a bracelet as well, or earrings or whatnot. Earrings would look really cute having this as a drop. You just probably need to put one of these smaller beads so it doesn't fall off the end of like a head pin. There we go. And I'm just going to keep going and see how far I get. This one looks kind of bigger than the other ones for some reason. I do have a couple different, looks like a couple different sizes. Oops, just lost one. There it is. I think some of them are maybe flatter, a little different. There's a couple other things mixed in between. Oh, these ones are really tiny here. There's some super tiny ones here, which are really cute. I think those would look good in between, like a nice bead, crystal of some kind. I'm just going to keep going with these amethyst beads. Making sure they're the right size and shiny. Oops. I'm going to pull off the rest of this. Oh, it's taped on really good, so that's good. I'm just going to slide it down then. Try to slide it down a little bit more. So I think I'm going to go with about a 20-inch in length. That's usually a good length. It's not going to go too far down the neckline. If you have a nice shirt that goes with it, I think this is good. And I could probably go away with just the 4 here. It makes it even. And then I'll do the same amount as shown on the right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side. I'm going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's exactly how many I need. So I'm using a total, let's see, 5, 10, 12, 14. I'm using a total of 16. But again, you know, if you just want to buy one strand, there's 11 on one strand. So you could do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That would be ideal for, and then just use chain the rest of the way. Or some other, you know, maybe even a amethyst beads or whatnot. So whatever works for you, a seed bead, you know, around the wire, that would be cute as well. Give it a totally cute, different look. Oops, I put 3 on there. I don't need 3, I only need 2. Okay, I'm going to add another white checklist bead. So my work is going well, which is great. Thank goodness. And it's very busy. So I'm pretty tired by the time the weekend comes. And I'm wanting to do my videos, but you know, it's kind of hard to get motivated, and you know, after what happened, and so I'm just kind of trying to hang in there. Looking forward to the spring farmers market in San Carlos, because they're supposed to be opening up in April this month sometime. I haven't heard anything back from them. I think I better reach out because I really need to get in there to sell some of my jewelry. I think that sometimes I'm getting forgetful because of everything going on. Kind of, it's not fun. I don't feel motivated to get out, so I kind of have to force myself now to get out. Okay, so I have finished this strand. So now what I'm going to do is get a crimping bead out and a crimp cover. Okay, so I'm going to need 2, 1 for each side. go. And I am going to need a clasp, so might as well, let's see, I grab one of those. And I need a closed jump ring. So I think that's a good size. Can't tell if that one's closed or not. That one looks better. I got these clasps, and you would think that they would be closed, soldered together, but they're not. So I shouldn't ever assume. They still work, but I have to close them. And the one thing that bothers me is that I'm always afraid it's going to fall off of the wire. This one's really good. It's a strong one though, so it feels like it's not going to fall off. So I'm going to use my Xeron crimping pliers. And use my crimping bead. Put that on. Now, if you wanted to, you could put a wire guard on here as well. That helps not only finish the design, it looks nice, it protects the wire as well. You don't have to do that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my jump ring, my closed jump ring, and put that through the crimping bead. I want to make sure that it's not too tight so that this moves freely and easy to grab when you're going to put it together. I'm going to use the notch here where it puts it together and kind of puts it in a V shaped. And I'm going to do that just like that. So now that it's in the V shape, then I'm going to close that V with the other section. I just want to make sure that it's nice and tight and secure. Then you're going to take off this little extra wire with some flush wire cutters. And so you're just going to use those and clip that end off. And make sure you're wearing glasses or you put your finger over that end before you cut it so it doesn't go flying into your eye. We wouldn't want anybody to get hurt. I try to point it away from me anyways, and then I usually find the end later and then just toss it in the garbage can. But be very careful because it could go towards your eye. I have eyeglasses on, so I do have protection on. And now this is a sterling silver clasp. If you're using a silver plated clasp or just a silver tone clasp, the steel underneath the metal, whatever metal it is, could be difficult to close. So you could use these. These come in different brands, but these blue handle ones, you can see that there's a round section. I just don't close it all the way, but I just use these to close the loop. With the harder ones, it makes it so much easier, and I just go around the bleed so that it closes evenly and makes a ball. But with these particular ones, I should be okay with just using some flat nose pliers to close it because it's sterling silver and it's a much softer metal. It's not a hard metal, so you can see it closes. And then I'm just gonna go over the top to make it even, because when you close it like this, the bead doesn't always close evenly around. So I'm going over the top where the closure part is to make it flat and together. And then I'm just working my way until I get a nice tight closure with that crimp cover. And now that I have that on, I'm going to slide the beads down and cut off the wire. So it was taped onto this, but it's very sticky here. So just to make my life a lot easier, I'm going to cut off where it starts to get sticky and just toss that extra wire. Then I'm going to get my other side, get the crimp cover, and then I'm going to get my clasp. And my clasp loop is bigger, so it slid through. So you just want to hold on to that crimping bead and then loop it through. So you've got the crimping bead and you've got the clasp, and then you put it through the crimping bead. So, and we're going to pull that through. Hold on to the wire till it gets closer to the end. And the whole time as I'm doing this, my necklace is kind of at a curve so that there is a little bit of wiggle room. If the necklace is straight, it's going to be too tight if you get too close. So it's kind of how I gauge, is just making sure that it's loose like this as I'm doing it and round. And then once I get that, I make sure that it's close to that last bead there, so it's not too loose. And I get my crimping pliers. I'll try to make sure I get a nice, good crimp there. Okay, once I get that V, then I'm going to cut that extra wire off. Try to get as close as possible. I usually slide it down and then cut it off. Then I'm going to close that little V. And I start with the second cut, and then I go to the first one, and I just keep closing it. Check to make sure that it's nice and tight. Always check. I can't emphasize that enough, to always check to make sure that the wire doesn't snap off. Then once you do that, you want to put the crimp cover over. You're going to use some flat nose pliers to cover it, close it. Hopefully you can see that. And then I'm going to, again, flatten it just a tiny bit on the crimp cover. Make sure that's nice and closed and tight. Sometimes it doesn't look closed because the bead, the cover itself, is not completely round. And so that's why you're going kind of around. Every time you kind of flatten on the top, you're making it a little bit rounder. So now I have that. And we have a beautiful 20-inch check glass, ceramic, and amethyst necklace, which is so beautiful, and I want to keep it for myself, but I can't. So I thank you so much for joining my video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I am going to be doing some other videos with you, and I'm going to be using some of the pinks that we got. Probably I'm either going to be using some of the pinks that we got from the Bargain Bee box. I haven't used these ones. I tried to use it and then I took it apart, but you might remember these if you have the Bargain Bee box. I want to use these. They're so super cute. I have this gold chain also. So I've got all these really cute pink stuff that I want to do. And I've got some amethyst that I want to do. And then I still haven't used, I think this was October or November, the Bargain Bee box that they sent. I still have a bunch of these in blue. It's like that turquoise blue and other cool things that are in here that I still have left. So I think I have enough to do a few videos coming up here that you guys might enjoy. So please, thank you so much to all my subscribers for watching me. Thank you. And again, I will post all my beads on my website for sale. If you see anything, I would really appreciate your you purchasing anything from my site to help me out. And I hope that you enjoyed my video. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one. Happy spring. Take care.